And we're back.
There we go. Hooray.
Yeah.
Alright.
This will just be a 2-part series.
Sounds good to me. Do you know when we dropped?
Not sure. But we'll just pick up where.
Figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
Works for me. Alright.
Yeah. It's the second time it's ever dropped in the middle of it. I think the worst time is it didn't record at all, and that was with Danny Calais.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
Yeah, and luckily I found a way to address to know that, because like it just didn't, it wasn't showing up on this. I was like, all right, well the thing's green over there, so it's fine. And then it was like, no, it's not fine at all.
And then months later or whatever, you were like, oh shit.
Well, when I went to upload it, I was just like, oh, Danny's not here. And, like I mean, I told him before, and I'm like, I don't know if this is actually going, dude. And he was just like, well, if it isn't, I'll just come back over. And like, he's like, I'm just down to play video games.
Nice.
So it's like it's that's at least the one good thing about this is it's like for the most part, most people are cool. They're just like, yeah, whatever.
Right.
Worst case scenario, I have to play video games again.
Right, which is not the worst thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only thing that kind of sucks is like if you have conversation, it's awesome. It's like you gotta like kind of recreate that like, we never talked about this.
Right. But then here we are.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm getting very distracted. Let me stop doing this. I just started. I guess if you count phone games, are we live again?
Yeah, we're live.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I guess if you count phone games, I was into Candy Crush.
Candy Crush?
I beat all 2,000 levels that were released for a long time. I kept up with new ones every week. This is how I know that. Like I said, I know that I'm this addicted to them. That's why I can't. It's almost worse because like if I'm addicted to these silly games, this is before Pokemon Go was Candy Crush, right? 150cc, right? You gotta. I'm not playing that.
All right, we're just not gonna finish these.
It's fine.
Oh, thanks Justin for hosting us.
Hell yeah.
We went from like 3 viewers to none, and someone's hosting us. I don't know how that works.
Oh shit. I guess then maybe that means the stream will stay up.
Maybe. Well, I mean, like I said.
Do you play Toad? I think everyone plays Toad.
Yeah, everyone plays Toad. That's fine. Yoshi's the same thing, kind of. Or is Mario the same thing? I forget which one's the
I forgot how these. Flower Cup is the good one. Star Cup. Star Cup's wicked hard. No, let's do Flower.
I mean, it's all gonna be hard with 150cc.
That's all right. 150 just it introduces more chaos, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty just awful at all of it.
All right. I used to be pretty damn good at Mario Kart. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of my games. Double dash after that.
Oh, dude, I just like rammed everyone.
You don't get the bonus by like smashing it like that, right? Like you actually can time.
Listen.
Like I just hit it once. I timed it and got my start correct.
I like to I'm a masher.
Oh, fuck you, fucking whoever that was.
Wasn't me.
No, it was definitely the computer.
Yeah.
This is weird. I've not played this game in, I shit you not, 15 years. My brain remembers exactly how this level goes. Ready for this act of God? Fuck you, Ryan.
Oh, that's fucked up. Is this because of fucking?
It's just because I had it. I'm not gonna not play it.
This is because of GoldenEye.
Yeah.
It's because I slapped you.
I got it. This has been every. So you slapped me at Tony Hawk, and then I fucking wrecked you at Super Smash. Then you wrecked me at GoldenEye, and so now fair is fair. I'm about to teach you how to play Mario Kart.
Yeah, I'm a 50cc Mario Kart guy. That's my like.
See, once you take the dive and learn 150, you never go back.
Oh yeah, well I mean you're probably a boss in 50 at that point, right? Or
what?
No? Well, I mean like if you stick with shit.
Oh, if I stick with 50.
So I'm saying like you gotta be really good at 50 if you can crush it at 150, right? It's kind
of exactly. Well, I don't know because 50. The thing is,
it's like 50, a weight belt.
50 is like so easy for everyone that plays. It's really simplified and it just becomes this random game of like whoever has the best items happens to win. So it becomes more luck based. I think at 50. I think there's not as much skill because everyone can be good at it. 150 requires a little bit more driving skill, and then the other thing is like once you just commit to like I'm gonna get good at 150, you never aren't good at it. God, I'm fucked now. I'm getting hit by cars left and right. I just put myself right back into the middle of the pack here.
Man, Yoshi sucks. I think that's my problem.
No, you know, I had a star, and the star ran out before I was ready for it to run out. But there's another key to this game, which is to let yourself fall slightly behind if you're in a pack of people before you go into the items, because the items get better the farther behind. So, like, I just fucked up. I shot a red shell at Mario before I reloaded my items. What I should have done was waited till I drove in more items and then shot at him, because I would have had better odds. But, I don't know. All kinds of shit like that I consider in this game.
Yeah, I'm not that far ahead. I'm just like, oh, I got a red shell. Just gotta see a guy and then get rid of him.
I get into the strategy and like the meta games all the time, and I'm super nerdy about it.
Yeah, I didn't look. Oh God.
Like I mentioned that Pokemon Go thing. Like I was when I was into Pokemon Go, man, I was analyzing like breakpoints to know exactly what level to power people up at, what type move sets each Pokemon needed at what level were the best, who to evolve when. It was like so the level of nerdiness people would get to, where they were like, if your Pokemon's level 33 and it has these attack values, and it has this move that's 8 damage, it'll actually do 9 damage. But if you go to level 33.5, it'll do 10 damage. But it never does more than 10 damage, so never power your Pokemon up to more than level 35. And just it was like this.
You just got it like way into it.
It was just, I was looking at spreadsheets and fucking oh my god, yeah, and I loved it. I get into this stuff like this. And it's also just who I am as a person. Like if I get into a topic, I get into a topic. I got into aviation last year, and then I was like really interested in like a plane crash that I read about. I was like, this is really fascinating how this plane crashed. And then over the course of like 2 months, as a really slow stretch of my work, like nothing to do, I read every single Wikipedia article about plane crashes. Like there was a list of dead of the year aviation incidents, and I just slowly read like 20 of them a day until I had read them all. Like a 12,000. I basically read like a Lord of the Rings series on plane crashes.
Oh my god, dude!
It was a lot, and I got through it. That's how I get. So that's why I can't.
Did you like go to the classics like Amelia Earhart, or the like what happened, or did you not?
No, because I started from only giving a shit about ones where there was 50 or more deaths.
Oh, okay.
It's like fuck the small shit. I want to hear I want to see the carnage. I was at that point, but then I went into the smaller ones once I ran into bigger ones. And I don't know. Well, I'm airplanes are a fun topic for me, but I just same reason I can't do 150 is really hard to beat the computer at, by the way. The computer will run away with the cup at 150 if you're not careful. If I remember it, I can hop the course here.
I know there's that one track that Kona showed me how to hop the track, and he sat there and like just tried to do it, and then I was like killing him, and then he like got it, and like all of a sudden he was just like way ahead of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Fuck you, Oreo.
I can't believe you don't know Henry Phillips. That's the dude.
I know some songs of his, and I'm trying to remember what they are.
It's funny because I only know 2 of his songs, and I love them though. It's the End of the World song, which I think is hilarious.
Yes. I think I know that one.
And then the one where he falls in love with the girl at the grocery store.
Okay.
It's a duet. It's fucking hilarious. It's like he's like, I met a girl, and like blah blah, and it's like her name was, I forget what her name is, and then she starts telling about the male part, like I met a guy, and then she's like, and his name was, and it was like Mark, and it's like, Mark, who the fuck is Mark? I bet he sucks. And it's just him shitting on her, and it's like then she starts talking about how Mark has a boyfriend and she's upset. He's like, he's just got a girlfriend that shaves her vagina. He's like, go ahead, and he's like,
god,
it's fucking hilarious.
It just slowly deteriorates into like, who the fuck is this guy?
I can't stop laughing at it. It's so good.
Yeah, I like about good musical comedy songs. Sometimes they can actually just be catchy songs.
You know who has one? And I'm not sure if you know. You might know this. 'Cause I feel like a lot of people surprisingly know this. I forget his name, but it's Biff from Back to the Future.
Oh shit! The actor?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does musical comedy, and he has a song about Back to the Future.
Oh shit! I had no idea.
He's like, this is just a song that answers all the questions that people ask me about Back to the Future, and it's so good.
And just goes and rattles them off.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, I had no idea.
Yeah.
No, I most of what I write. So I was talking about writing earlier. Like, so two things. I do. First of all, I just sometimes will start from a place of let me sing something that makes me giggle. So if I just sing a melody that makes me giggle, that's my starting point for whatever I'm about to write, you know. And then the second thing I do is I free write a million lyrics. And so the thing you don't see is like my songs are really simple, and I don't ever run from that. But for every song that I have,
there's 9 songs.
There's 900. I've written 90 lyrics and whittled it down to 10. And so I start with just here's a funny thing that made me laugh, and I win. Fuck yeah. I'm just trying to beat the computer, man.
This is me doing my best. No!
Oh no! You lost points. You don't get points now. Fuck.
The fucking banana!
So I've always had this thing of I'm simple music, but you don't realize the amount of thought I have to put into these lyrics because it is you have to have a punchline for every line, and it's fucking hard. You know, and usually I just sing something silly. A song premise starts off with there's something I haven't even figured out how to make a full song out of it, but I'll just be sitting there if you get hit by a car, you deserve it, and then go.
Yeah.
Just whatever comes into my head. I'm trying to think of a good example of it.
Do you ever write a funny line and you're like, how the fuck do I get something to rhyme with that?
Yeah, all the time. And that's probably the biggest. One of the biggest challenges is then you talking about things not rhyming. Yeah, all the time I have a rhyme. What I usually do is I write one line free write, and the second half of the line becomes really funny. And you look at the first half and you're it's garbage, and then you have to figure out how do I make this other line? And sometimes the answer is it doesn't fit. And the biggest thing I've learned is in writing songs, and it's probably true for jokes too, is the willingness just to rip up what you have and not just because you thought this was going to be part of the song on the first draft doesn't mean it should be part of the song. There's so many times I'm what I think deserves to be in a song, and then what ends up making the final cut, and have to become two different things. And if I'm not ready to make peace with that, then I'm not gonna have a good song.
Oh, are you fucking kidding? If you fall off that thing, you're going the wrong way.
Oh yeah, dude, you can get fucked if you fall off that thing. This game's unforgiving. Let me know when you got something I can steal. Whatever, I got a little ghost.
It fell off the fucking thing. I look like I'm doing really good if you look at the thing, but
Are you still going backwards?
No, but
you're one. I shouldn't have put you on 150. See, 150 is hard. I can destroy 50 to where it wasn't fun for me. So 150 is all about how except I fucked up. I missed my item there, but I checked Peach into the. Fuck, that's gonna hurt me.
Dude, I fell off that thing, and I was like, "Why are you going the wrong way?" It's I'm not.
I'm so competitive all of a sudden. Yeah. Oh, and you're just you're kill. Oh man, no one's even trying on me. This is awesome.
I was like, I fell down the thing. No big deal. It's you're going in reverse, and I'm like, what?
Did I find a shortcut? Oh, there you are. I'm laughing you. No way.
That sucks.
Can you just take out Peach for me, whatever you do? I fell off the thing too. I just fucked the whole race up on the last lap.
And now I fell off the thing again.
Yeah, but I'm about to get third instead of I deserve first. I'm not trying to be a. I mean, I am. But damn, I was racing so well. I deserve to win as far as how I raced that race.
I'm pretty much where I should be.
Oh. Terrible. That might cost me the cup. This is always one of my best runs, too. Are they going to let you finish? Is this really going to make you drive this out?
I hope not, because
Your entire lap behind this game is going to make you drive the entire run.
Yeah, that sucks, because I keep on falling off the same
fucking
fucking
thing. Fucking angry.
I know, dude. Especially, I'm going to get to that corner and be like, yeah, here I go again. Fucking right off the edge.
God damn it.
Well, look at all these cool things I have that can do nothing. It's fucking obnoxious. This game's stupid. Fucking Mario Kart.
Alright.
See, not so bad here. It's more this turn that I'm having really struggling with.
Oh, you just gotta go gentle.
Yeah, I think I had that. I don't think I ever made
Gentle
that.
on the turns.
Look at this. These red shells. I'm all rich.
Yeah.
Can I not make it up this thing now?
Barely. You gotta get speed again. Wow, that was brutal.
Yeah, that's
That made
painful.
you do that. And your laps didn't even get. No, I see. Yeah, your first one was real bad. My last lap, first one was real bad. My last lap crushed me. I would have had first if I had raced better. And now I'm in first by 3 points in the overall cup though.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So I'm not dead.
I don't think they do that thing with it like last place wins all.
No, this is it for me though. I gotta. Oh, this is a fucking hard course. I hate this course. I just remembered how much. Oh, I can't drive into him apparently. Whatever. I'm in 8th. So this is a good place to start in 8th because you get really good items early.
Yeah, I got nothing.
That's assuming you actually get the items. I just missed the items.
Because everyone took everything.
Gotta run on a slide here.
You gonna slide? I never slide. Should I
Yeah,
slide?
ours. Sometimes. Can help.
What do I do?
I'm about to fuck you out. Let me know when you're immortal so I can drop some fucking lightning on these bitches.
Fucking.
Oh, fucking Bowser, when he's tiny, is still so small, is still big enough that he fucking destroys Toad. I've got some ground to make up. Please get me a blue shell. That's all I'm asking of you is to blue shell these motherfuckers.
I'm going.
Oh no! Fucking, I'm about to rage quit.
Why?
Bullshit, because I'm fucking up. And I need to win the cup. I'm in first place for the cup and I can't get out of the pack now. I'm missing items. You're fucking raping me apparently. God damn it.
That was an accident too. I just banged into
There's
you.
no way I can make up all this ground unless I seriously get some items. And like, God.
I think I just hit myself with my own shell.
I don't deserve to win though. I'm racing so bad.
Damn it. I'm gonna hit that thing. Yeah, I'm gonna hit that thing. This is very much an issue for me playing this fucking game.
There we go. Still all packed down.
And that just fucked me. That hit me right as I was about to get a box.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if the house will do here. Blue shell it.
Wait, there's a button I can hit, right? Where like I hit a banana and I can unbanana it.
Oh, second place! I pulled it off. I'm gonna win the cup. Holy shit! That is a comeback, motherfucker.
Yeah,
That is a comeback. I'm gonna win the whole cup.
yeah, but did you see? I'm gonna lose the whole cup.
Oh shit!
Like,
Oh, you just turned right into that fucking banana.
That's fine.
God damn
I'm not
it!
afraid.
Oh man, I'm pumped. I still got it, baby. Haven't played this game in 20 years.
I
Still
fucking
got
my
it.
dick kicked in, dude.
Ah shit! I only won one race though, but I got
Fuck,
overall consistency. I think wins it for me. I think if I remember how they scored right. Yup, look at that. Toad's your champion.
Double goose egg.
God damn it.
I think that's impressive.
That is hard. It's hard to be that that weak.
That's just not my speed game, man. I need that 50cc luck.
I wish you can't even skip through the ceremony.
Yeah, it's so brutal. It's just like
they have to watch them fucking roll up every time. And be fucking, yeah, look at the balloons.
And how come like the castle should have like whoever won's face on it? Like you get the castle. I've never figured out that. Like that's so shitty.
Yeah, I don't get it. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Toad's your winner.
Up the fucking moat.
Do we do 50cc? Give you a chance here?
Yeah, let's give me a chance.
Alright. Let's play some more Ages of Chaos here.
Let's
Go 50cc. Jeez, I can't skip this. I can just and it's gonna slowly trickle the cup down from the sky like it's holding something I want. Yeah, we get it. There's a 1. Hooray, I guess.
Yeah. So you are part of the comedy party squad.
Yes, I am.
Which, by the way, I didn't know Zone 3 was right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
When I was coming to, what was it, the Saturday night thing? The
Democracy?
Democracy.
Yeah, that's a fun one. That's a really fun one.
What's hilarious about that was I was getting ready for a thing.
Yeah.
Which you knew about. And
Yeah.
So someone was like, "Oh yeah, do Higginbottom show, and then see if like the comedy party dudes can throw you on at Democracy Center." I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be dope. It's like across the street probably."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "It's not Democracy Center. It's Democracy Brewing."
Who? Oh, someone thought it was Democracy Center.
Yeah.
That's a brand new show, so that's really fun. I'm actually really looking
Dude.
What? What?
Look at where I am.
How the fuck did you do that? Whoa! You learned a cheat code. Oh fuck.
What's up, dog?
Oh, I gotta watch your screen. I never knew this one. I can't. There's definitely like a cheat here, but I don't know what the fuck it was. No, fuck you. Fuck. I hope that lighting finds you well.
It's fine.
It's not gonna do anything. You're fucking half a lap in front of me.
Dude, I'm surprised I got it first shot, dude.
Is that like if you mess up or do you not get it?
Oh, you get fucked.
So it's like not always a good idea to go for it.
Dude, I went for it because it was just like I was like I can lose this and like I can still I can still catch up to you guys because it's 50cc and if I like. You know what I mean? Worst case scenario.
Well, early it's not a bad strategy in this game to get bad because you get really good items. So you can just start like getting like lightning and stars and blue shells and just really creating chaos.
Yeah, see, I missed it again to see if I could like really just
really drive it home.
Just be like, yeah, you're not. This has never happened for you.
Yeah, no, fucking bananas for me though. Oof.
So how many shows does Comedy Party have right now?
So we have 5 shows, I think. I lose track, and it depends on what you officially count as an active show. So, like, Comedy Fire's once a year.
Yeah.
We have 2 weekly shows and 3 monthly shows right now. The weeklies are Osaka and Brookline, which I think you've been on pretty recently.
Yes.
And then
fun show. Fun show.
Yeah, Democracy is the other Saturday.
Also a fun show.
Zone 3 is monthly, and that's going to actually end after May. We'll pick it back up in the fall. It's not going away.
Any reason why they're doing that?
Yeah, the space during the summer, Aeronaut Brewing uses the outdoors there for their and they can't permit both at the same time. And basically it interferes with the Aeronaut series, which is already kind of there, and they have a much bigger scale than us. And more or less for insurance, and they can't give it up. Like they're not even using the space. They just the way the insurance works, they can't license more than one group to be using it at a time. And they were there first, and they're not successful, and there's no reason for them to kick them out just on our behalf. But so we'll pick up again in September. So we'll, and I think, and I'm not going to say more because I can't say anything else. But I think we actually have a replacement show.
Oh.
For those 3 months that were dark, and we'll actually be going to an outdoor venue and kind of doing a Comedy Fire. That won't be the Comedy Fire venue, but it will be a comparable venue that's in a public space that we can advertise and really push the brand again.
That's sick.
So that, and I can't say anything more than that because obviously it's all in the air, could fall apart. But if that goes through, that'll be really good. And we do a show 7:30 Tavern with a couple of people. We do a show at Cafeteria Boston on Newbury Street with a handful of people, or that's actually our own. When we're constantly trying to just add and subtract our roster, so we kind of look at what we do as in Comedy Party being that we focus on, again, I'm using that I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, Kev's background in AV, I know kind of what should go where and how things should set up, so we kind of focus on really good production value, but then also we own all of our own gear and being very mobile, so the idea is that like we're not just going to show up to a bar and be like, we want to do a show, what equipment you got? We're going to show up to a bar and say, we want to do a show, we're going to take it all over for you, and you don't have to worry about any of it. So we're going to bring in all our lights, all our sound, all our decor. Everything is just going to kind of be micromanaged from our end to where we can then take that and repeat it anywhere because we just show up anywhere and transform the space. So what we really, that's our goal. Right?
Yeah.
And that's what we do well. So I don't even worry. Like if somebody says, oh, we're not going to do the show anymore. I mean, we've lost now as many venues as we've gained. For every successful show, there's been disaster shows, and then there's some shows that they weren't even unsuccessful. We just never intended to do them forever.
Yeah.
And I don't even stress it. When I first started, I was like, oh, if this show burns, it's going to be a disaster. And now it's like if I don't have a good show or the space isn't doing well, I'm like, okay, well, we'll just not do it anymore and we'll find the new venue. And, you know, we've found that our reputations help us to where we'll get people reaching out to us now quite regularly and being like, hey, this place really wants to do a show and I heard you guys are the people to go to. And
That's awesome. Your marketing's great.
yeah, I mean, it's our marketing's probably our biggest weakness because I'm terrible
Really?
at social media. Yeah, well, we have great graphics and we have a good brand name and good logos and good show flyers and things. But as far as social media goes, I'm terrible at social media and I hate social media. And we don't really have like a marketing strategy as a social media presence or like a brand. What we have is a great product, and so when we do promote and get people out, they have fun and they come back. So what we notice at our shows is like we consistently get returning audience members that we don't know that come to multiple shows. So I'll pay attention to like what names are on Eventbrites, and I'll see someone who like, you know, just Saturday we did 7:30 Tavern in Cambridge, and I looked at the guest list and 2 of the people on there had bought tickets to Zone 3 the week before.
Oh, that's
and so
awesome.
they had like done Comedy Party Zone 3, had fun, and saw Comedy Party at 7:30 Tavern, showing up to that. And that's what we're trying to build is like this brand of people who are like, hey, you liked our show here? Well, we have these shows all over the city, so that anywhere we go, they're following Comedy Party, not just the venue. So that's kind of the goal, and that's what we want to work towards, and that's what when it works like that, we get really happy. So.
Well, I'm just saying, like, just on my end, like every show I've done of yours has always been like a fun show. There hasn't been like a
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think, and this is something is true in comedy. A lot of that's really attitude, and it sounds so cliche and shitty, but it's true. So one of the things that you'll see, like we have had a lot of shows, especially at Osaka, early on, where we don't have that great a turnout. And one of the things that I've always that I learned because I started to get friends of mine come out at these comedy party shows, who otherwise I wouldn't have pushed so hard to. But you know, because I never really over promoted myself when I performed unless it was a real big show.
Yeah.
But you know, in these comedy party things, I'd start to get people out all the time, and you know, I would see 8 people in a crowd, and as a comedian, you'd have a similar reaction. You look at that and you go, "This is gonna fucking suck." You know, there's only 8 people here, and it usually sucks because we do shows all the time and we know the difference between a good and a bad show. You know, 8 people isn't a fun crowd, and it's not what we want to do, and it's really probably not going to be very fun. We're not wrong about that, but the thing that never occurred to me is that you know, the audience doesn't know that. Those 8 people don't know that 8 people sucks and it's not fun, because a lot of them don't come to a lot of live comedy. So to them, it's not necessarily a bad show, and so what I think I see, and this is, you know, what I've learned it's really helped me in how I approach the stage when I'm not even running a show even, is that I'll see people who, they look up, they see the crowd's got 8 people, and the comedians just start shitting on the room, shitting on it, how this is a waste of time, and making all these self-deprecating comments, and you've seen it, just
Yeah,
how,
no.
oh, I'm so glad I left the house for this, oh boy, yeah, you guys, yeah, real good use of your time, so how'd you end up in this disaster, you know? And you're trying to be funny by making fun of what you think is obvious, but I think the thing people forget is that like it's obvious to you because you do stand up every night and you're jaded and you have perspective, and the crowd doesn't have that perspective. You do, so the crowd doesn't know that that's not what stand up's supposed to be. And so, you know, I was hosting a show early on with like 10 people, and I was doing whatever, and the show was going fine, and then halfway through, one of the comics started to struggle. And the show was by fine, you know, people were getting some laughs.
Yeah.
And I go up there and I start making, I think during my set, I think I wasn't hosting it, but during my set, then I go up there and I start like shitting on it. I'm like, oh God, this is a disaster, and oh, I'm so sorry I dragged you guys out. Or I just said something to the extent of, you know, being one of those people that then quit on the room. And my friend after, actually the girlfriend of Dennis, is one of our co-producers, she said to me, you know, I didn't know this wasn't a fun show until you said something. And then I started seeing it. Then I started realizing how the comics didn't look like there was me there. And he goes, you shifted my whole perspective. And if you hadn't brought that up, I would have had fun. You know? And I was like, oh shit. And she's right. Like, there was, like, nobody in the crowd knew this wasn't supposed to be fun until the comedian started quitting on the show. And so one of the things I noticed with the comedy party shows, and this is very true at Osaka, because we consistently have these small crowds, is that as long as you as a comedian and host and performer are up in front of everyone saying, I'm having fun, we're here to have fun.
Yeah.
the crowd can be 8 people. Those 8 people can end up having a really good time. And it's that perspective and that attitude you bring to the show. So everything we do in Comedy Party is built around like trying to make sure everyone knows that they are there to have fun, that we are having fun. And I don't care if a comedian bombs. It frustrates me when someone on our show will quit on the room and shit on the room.
I hate that.
And it's not even because I have an ego about my rooms being shit on, because by all means I'll agree with you. You know, like the night sucked, I get it. It's that, the audience isn't as jaded as we are. I think we lose sight of how much fun live comedy is for people, and even if they're just chuckling and they're not laughing out loud, you're gonna go off stage like, oh, I couldn't get them laughing, and all they were doing was fucking smiling and sometimes laughing. Someone might just sit there and smile and laugh here and there and leave going, I really enjoyed that. You just, you don't know their perspective.
Yeah.
And you can introduce a lot of thoughts they wouldn't have otherwise had if you start shitting on the room. So that's something from, as a producer, I think makes our shows a little bit different, is that we really focus on never giving up on the room being fun. So.
I come from the days of the gas being a garbage room, so I never had that like fuck this room, because I was always like, oh, there's 6 people here, this is awesome.
Right. Well, but even I've seen that on some hosts that we've had too. Like I've seen that with other rooms where I'll watch hosts who give up on rooms, or just they open the show with this low energy. Yeah, this might be fun. Hopefully, this won't be a waste of your time. Like they're trying to just be humorous. Like a lot of times, the intent is to be in self-deprecating and humorous, but you're just like immediately sabotaging your own show. And it's like, this is gonna be fun for people, man. Like we book people who are good at what they do. Like you didn't get the opportunities you've gotten this year by sucking at comedy, And we don't put you on a show because we think you're not funny. We put you on a show because we think you're funny, and the people that we put on are because we think they're funny, and we know that we have talent. So it's 3 people can be there. It doesn't matter. We still know that there's a lineup to give, and I think I get, and some of it's like, I'm guilty of it too, because some of it's just sometimes I'm just in a mood where I'm like so fucking depressed or in my own head that I just don't want to be funny. And I think a lot of that, sometimes there's comedians who are just like that. Like sometimes it's not even the show's fault. Sometimes you personally just are just like, oh, I'm still alive.
What am I doing?
Yeah, like we're all in comedy because on one level we, have our set of head, we're in our own ways head cases. So you deal with that, but I think that like, it's helped me learn how to at least fake it, and at the very least not sabotage. So like, I can not feel it, and maybe I'm not funny, and I kind of have a shitty set, but my attitude goes more than my jokes. So like as a host, this is something I do all the time when I host now, and it's probably not a good idea. Is I'll workshop material, do new jokes, do stories, do shit that's not really my actual material, just to see what happens. And this is not a shortcut, is it?
It's always a good sign. This isn't a good
shortcut. This is either a shortcut or the end of the road. No, I just fucked this whole cup up. I thought maybe this is a shortcut. This is just where the Princess Castle is.
You're gonna try to pull me on the first level? Wait on the first
level?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna drive into the water and let the thing reset me. Ugh. I just lost the whole goddamn race.
Dude, I am such a garbage host. No, it's not that I'm bad at that first chunk.
Well, so hosting is always about being a person first and comedian second.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying when I work through new material when I host. I'll do all the time, or I'll do a new story. It's because you recognize that the pressure really isn't on you to be like the funniest person. It's actually is bad for the show if you're the funniest person on it. So you're the person who's just setting the tone. So I can do a story that isn't even that funny, and I can do a mediocre. I can have me turn in a mediocre. Oh, maybe if you suck, we'll be able to retry the level.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we'll be able to retry the level.
Oh,
you did what I did. You saw the little strip and was like, oh, look where I'm gonna go. Shortcut. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna be able to retry this level. It's all attitude. So like the biggest thing that I learned is like when you go out there, the first thing you do as a host should not be a joke, unless it's a joke about something in the room or something about the circumstance of the show. Don't open with a joke. You open with a comment in the room, and you open with just without trying to be funny. You just open by saying hi to everybody and telling them welcome to the show. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We got a lot of people. If you need anything, blank. You let the audience know you're just there to be on their side and not to be a comedian, and then you transition to material, and then you can just slowly be like, so by the way, let me tell you guys a little bit about me, bang, and then you the goal is not even to get huge laughs; it's to leave them with the right mood, right vibe.
Yeah.
You're just trying to put an energy into them. So I've started to really like hosting because I've started to realize that even if I'm not funny, I can do that really well. Like if I do my tightest five, yeah, I can be pretty funny if I need to be. But a lot of times I go up there with a bunch of new ideas, and I'm like, I don't care if I'm funny. I'm gonna finish on a joke that's funny, and if I stay up and excited about it, show's fine.
I'm like okay at recovery. Like I go up there and I'll do like 15, and I'll be like, oh, that was brutal. And then like someone will go on like after me, and it'll be like twice as brutal, and I'll be like, I got this.
Right.
And then I like recover, and everyone's like, oh, we like you, you're funny, and I'm like, where the fuck were you guys at the beginning?
Well, and that's the thing is like I always it's not even the recovery that kills you. It's just like that. You worry about how your set is going. You worry about the vibe you're pushing more than how your jokes are landing. That's I think my advice for how I look at hosting. And it's like I'm not gonna. I don't want. I don't like name dropping on podcasts just mostly because a lot of times listeners don't know who they are. But there are hosts in Boston, for example, who some of the best hosts. And I'm not gonna name names. It's not mean. For all you know, I'm talking about me. Some of the best hosts in Boston are not particularly funny comedians. And I say that to say they are excellent hosts. They're very good hosts. They know how to steer a room where it needs to be.
Welcome a crowd.
Keep the crowd having fun. Nice. Keep them welcomed. Keep the show feeling fun, exciting. Keeping the energy up. Their material, never gonna get them far. And their jokes not particularly original and or unique, but they're.
Well, it's like the guy on the.
It doesn't matter. That means they're still a 10 out of 10 host. They're a host you should hire every time if you're running a comedy club.
I feel comfortable saying this just because it's not someone from Boston.
Yeah, I don't want to name drop anyways.
But yeah, no. But it's like not even like it was. Did you ever see the special, the Torgasm special on HBO with Dan Cook?
No.
Oh, it's got Gallman in it, or his opening. Okay. So it's like Gallman's like I think it's what is it? It's obviously Dan Cook takes Gallman and I think Robert Kelly out, and then there's a host. And the host is just like I think they took him out because he's a good host, but his jokes are just kind of like not great.
Right.
Kind of like
pedestrian.
Yeah, like, what if we named, instead of Hurricane Bob, we named it after my girlfriend, like, Hurricane Bitch! Like, we're like,
oh, God, that's terrible.
And I mean, keep in mind, I saw this, like, way years later. Maybe at the time it wasn't as, like...
Right, as hacky.
Yeah.
I've heard that same, like, I bet if we would call it Hurricane, Jamal, they'd all have been afraid, like terrible open towny racism. But yeah, but it's not even that the hosts are hacked. And actually, some of the people I'm talking about in my head, they're not even hacked. They're just not
good.
They're not good. Yeah, and it's just that the fact that they're not funny has no bearing on the fact that they don't know how to host a show. And in that same vein, there are comedians who are fucking hilarious that I know. Some of my friends who I think are the funniest people I've ever met, people I admire, who just I would never let them host to a comedy party room. I wouldn't. And I think they are 10 times funnier than me, but they will not host one of my shows because it's a different fucking muscle. And having a good host really matters. I mean, the good comics can do both, right? The very most prolific people are ability to be hilarious and also steer a ship, but they are two different things.